welcome back to Inside the War Room. Today we are doing a blast to the past and looking at the top 10 of the last 10 Super Bowl winners.
Yeah.
So we're going to be ranking the teams of the last 10 Super Bowls in a tier list, A to D, best to worst. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah. What happened to F?
I think so.
Well,
What about S?
Oh, no.
You know, we're in school nowadays.
We don't have S or F?
I think we have S. I don't think we have F.
Oh, we need S.
We have S.
Maybe
think-
there is no S.
Maybe.
All right, let's hop into it.
Maybe these all suck.
But basically, each slide is
Yeah.
going to consist of the team, some of the players, and then their record from that year. So obviously, 2022, we got the Los Angeles Rams. They went 12-5. They had a pretty stacked team around them.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp obviously was like the key to their offense. That was how they were able to literally win the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald on defense and Von Miller back there. Jalen Ramsey, obviously, the whole season was a tank. Matthew Stafford, first year out of Detroit. OBJ came in half the year, stepped up. But as an overall team, it's like you're saying D.
I mean, D.
D.
Wow,
I think D's
no,
hard.
you know that's the last one.
Okay, F. Sorry.
No. That's worse.
You think this is that bad?
Yeah. Wow. How is this team that
Yeah.
bad?
I mean, they had depth. Like, they had injuries on the offensive side
Cam
throughout
Akers
the...
can't stay healthy. Von Miller's old. Odell can't stay healthy. Matt Stafford, first year on the team. They went 12-5 and struggled throughout the regular season.
I mean, the
Barely
reason...
won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp's great. Aaron Donald's great. Sure, whatever. Jalen Ramsey got burnt, even though it was pass interference. D.
Well, that was just a Super
Well,
Bowl.
that's just the Super Bowl.
We're talking about the team, cuz.
Yeah, I just said they had a mediocre regular season. We all know that.
Yeah.
Not the
Yeah,
best regular
that's-
season. They're
Go
inconsistent.
over to the tier list because I'm not saying they're D. I'm not saying they're S.
We're
though.
ranking them amongst these other teams.
Yeah.
Right.
Super Bowl teams. So we're going to find out
Yeah.
who the number one Super Bowl team is of the past 10 years. And they're not it, Chief. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Pretty valid point.
You're right.
actually.
Their defense was the one that really won them that game. Again, they couldn't move the football downfield on offense until the last drive. Yeah, that was a good last drive, but they went to Cooper Kupp every time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
I'm
that
going to go
is tough.
C. If D is the last one, I'm going to go C.
Dang. I'm trying to...
Because I think there are worse teams.
Man, I was gonna say B, but now that you've said so much, I'm gonna go C too.
I'll go
I think
C. They're definitely not the worst, I
No.
feel, out of the bunch here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they had injuries, and they still were able to do it. That should show that their team's that good because they have depth.
Right.
They can, like, sustain those injuries and still win a championship.
There's some other teams with depth in this list.
With deaths?
With depth.
Actually, there is a team with that.
All right, so
not
it's a C.
Aaron Hernandez?
Nope.
Never mind.
Next on the list, we got the 2021 champs, the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tom Brady. They went 11-5 through the season. Leonard Fournette, Gronk came back. AB was on that team. Mike Evans was the beast. Their offensive line was a massive part of it too. Tristan Wirfs was this his rookie season? I think it was his rookie season.
Yeah.
He
I think so.
fantastic on the defensive end. Devin White, Sean Murphy-Bunting, Ali Marpet.
Marpet.
I mean,
Marpet.
this is another team that had a struggle in the regular season, too.
Yep.
Yes.
They were pretty mediocre.
Towards the beginning, yeah.
I mean, they were a wild card team.
Yeah. Facts. I think this is a B or C for me.
I was gonna say this might be a C also. It's
Really?
like,
I like
This is
team more.
kind of similar to me as, like,
It's kind of similar, but they have a better offense, in my opinion, and their
They did.
defense is just as good. Like
That's-
all around, their
Yeah, they
defense,
did- yeah.
their defensive line was insane,
Mhm.
and
yeah.
this whenever Devin White started to step up
Yeah,
after getting drafted.
yeah.
So they're pretty sick. I'm gonna say B.
I'm going to B
Plus they
also.
have Tom Brady, so like if you have a team that has Tom Brady,
So did
you have to. Give
A
it
lot
an
of these
extra
teams
bump up.
will.
did the Rams and Bucks play this season, like
Yeah.
regular season?
Mhm.
And
Oh well, that's not fair.
It's a different team, though.
I'm gonna say I know it is a different team, but a lot of the same players are on the same team too.
no,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that's
you are
not-
right, but
everybody's
that's
a
not
year
fair.
old.
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady's a year older. He's falling off now, dog. Come on now.
Yeah. Ah man, I kind of want to still say C.
Okay.
Falling
Well,
off.
TJ agreed with it. I was just
Yeah. Okay.
oh, man, yeah, they're pretty much all-around balanced team.
That's why. Yeah, they were just so balanced. Again,
They
like
had a sane Antonio Brown. His last
Well,
sane year.
sane.
As sane as he could be.
Yeah.
I was
As
gonna
sane
say,
as he could
wasn't
be.
he on like 14 different teams that year too?
Yeah, he didn't start the year
Well,
there.
once he came to
He
the
won.
Bucks, once
Was-
he came to the Bucks, dude, he was a beast. at the end of the season.
Was this the year he was going to fight Logan Paul, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the same year?
Yeah.
Good year for him.
Yeah. I'll give it a B. That's a fair.
I
Yeah.
think I would go
Fair
automatic
assessment.
B.
B for the Bucks.
B for the Bucks. B for the Bucks. B for the Bucks. B for the Bucks.
So what was that one? This one.
Boop. There it
There she is.
All right.
is.
It could be Gronk's last year.
Gronk
this
was a
past year.
beast that year too.
He what?
Yeah.
He scored? I think Fournette
AB
scored and
scored.
AB
AB
scored.
scored.
All the new
Yeah.
pickups,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Then we got the 2020 Super Bowl champs. That's the Kansas City Chiefs. 12-4 season. Patty Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. Then you got that defense. Tyrann Mathieu, Frank Clark, Damian Williams was running back. Chris Jones, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
See, no, this is like, to me, this is worse than that Bucks team.
I agree, but they were so
No.
dominant. That's the crazy part.
That's what I
The
think.
offense, they should have if
But
Jimmy G didn't suck.
Yeah, but
And
it
if
wasn't.
Tyreek Hill didn't just somehow
Yeah.
find that ball.
they had to fight back to.
They did. They were down, what,
Yeah.
10 points or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Oh, man. I look at this team as like one of the best.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were so dominant.
Yeah.
And Harrison Butker actually scored the most points on their entire team.
Yeah,
That doesn't help.
That doesn't help.
Just a fun
To be
fact.
fair, though, like kickers are always all-time scorers because they always have so many chances to score.
Yeah.
Chris Jones. That was a really good year for Chris Jones and Frank Clark.
Yep.
Tyrann in prime.
Do we have S tier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man,
Um,
that's a tough one, dude. Because I feel like the regular season. This is the best regular season so far out
Yeah.
of all these teams. Like for sure, the most dominant. Dang man, I'm gonna give him a B also.
Oh, man. They're for sure A in my book. I can't go under an A, I don't think.
I look more at the really good defense and a really good offense. This might be.
So
This is probably gonna be one of the best offenses out
Yeah.
of this whole list.
Well, they had a really good defense, too.
They had a pretty good defense. Yeah.
Chris Jones, Frank Clark.
But like, I don't
Tyrann
think their
Mathieu.
defense is as good as the other two, like the Rams and the Buccaneers that we already went through.
Probably not as good as the Rams.
I think the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers
are
had a
better
good
than the
defense.
Rams.
Devin White was an animal, dude. Even in that Super Bowl, he was an
Was
animal.
Yeah. No, I still stick with A. I think overall, man,
I'm torn between like B and A, truthfully. I'm trying to think if this is a better team than the Buccaneers. Oh, man.
It's pretty tough to do.
well, they lost to the Buccaneers the year after, right? Like in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And they
But-
were pretty much the same team. But the thing about the Super Bowl is the whole O-line was
Exactly.
It's fair
injured.
to say that.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
It's
It's
not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's just it happened.
I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go B for this one, and we could move it
B?
if we need to at the
Yeah,
end.
there might be some adjustments at the end.
Yeah, I'm gonna go-
compared
I'll
to
go.
the-
B.
I can settle for B.
Well, were you closer to saying A or C?
No, I wasn't. C wasn't even an option.
Dang, man.
You were between B and C?
Me?
No, Tommy.
Nah, it's just a stone
Okay.
cold B. For sure.
That's kind of all right. Yeah, I was
That's another
B
B
and A.
team, eh?
I would have said A over C.
that. Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
it was definitely a B for me.
All right. Tom Brady is back in 2019, but he's on the Patriots. 11-5. They got Brady,
So this was against the Rams.
Julian Edelman, Sony Michel,
What a
Jamie Collins.
disappointing Super Bowl. This might be the worst
Yep.
Super Bowl.
This was
in
one of their.
history.
This is one of the
Yep.
teams though where they were kind of under the radar, came into the playoffs and just.
Well, the Rams were
Winning
hyped
house.
up.
They
Yeah.
came in as a wild card team.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna say a D.
Their team, their team really
defense-
wasn't
their
that good.
defense
This actually
was crazy.
This actually is the worst team.
Yeah.
Really?
This is the worst
You're
Patriots
right.
winning Super Bowl team. I
It
think.
is.
Oh, they
It
impressed me.
is.
I remember going into the like they made me look like an idiot going into the playoffs this year, and I was like, if there's one team I could pick out of NFC and AFC that's definitely not going to win the Super Bowl, I said the Patriots because they did not look good at all.
Yeah.
in the regular season.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
just they flew under the radar. They came into the playoffs and made it
Yeah.
look so easy.
Yep.
They just
This was the year everybody was like, don't bet against Brady. And then, sure enough, everybody bet against Brady, and he won.
Another thing, dang, oh yeah, they had J.C. Jackson. Huh?
yeah. I know. I didn't think
Their
that
defense
either.
was all right.
Yeah. It's hard to look at Patriots rosters and comparing because like the roster is never the hottest.
No.
It was never
You know
good.
what It's never the hottest. So
They
I don't
never
wanna
have
look- I don't
great
wanna look at the
weapons,
Patriots
like-
roster whenever we're ranking this as much as other rosters.
Well, just look at that. Julian Edelman is their number one receiver, basically. And he did pretty well in this game, obviously. But like, yeah, that roster just doesn't look the greatest.
It
Defense
doesn't
looks
now.
better,
The
but
defense was, like, I feel like the key factor to why. I mean, it was Brady and the defense.
I mean, this was
I'm
like
gonna go D.
Do you think Edelman makes a Hall of Fame?
no.
Yeah. I think
I
he
think
does.
he might just
Super
because
Bowl
it doesn't.
MVP?
Yeah, this is the year.
He'll
He's
make
guy
it,
for
but
a
do I
while.
think he should? No.
I don't think he should. I'm saying
Yeah,
you think he will.
I think he will. I do.
Probably.
I think he will. Yeah.
I don't think he should.
So you gave it a D.
D.
You gave it a D.
I mean, their second,
has to be
dude,
the
their
worst
second
team.
weapon was like James White.
Oh,
I want to look at the Eagles team
You know,
because
like-
I know the Eagles defense was good, but I'm trying to think who they had. I know they had
Oh, dude, the Eagles.
what
was gone here
Sean
this year?
Jeffrey.
Huh?
Gronk was gone here.
No, he was there.
Yeah.
No. Why?
Or was he hurt?
I think he was hurt. I didn't put him on the list because I think.
Oh no. Gronk played. He's the only dude that made that catch that on the one touchdown of the game. I don't know if he scored the touchdown, but he caught like a deep ball that on that
I was
game-winning
there.
drive.
Almost fell asleep.
Yeah, no, Gronk definitely played, but
That was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bet. Sorry to say it.
Damn,
I'll-
I gotta go to the tier list and look at the other teams real quick because I'm torn between like C and D. Dang,
I don't see all the Patriots freaking rosters here. They're gonna be.
and they're very similar
That's
too.
why I'm not trying to look at the roster.
They just know how to
Much.
do it. They just are such a well coached team.
That was the one Julian Edelman got MVP. Oh yeah, I'd go D. I'll go D.
Come on, who the heck is worse than them? Come on.
I want to see the Eagles. I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
the-
go D.
The Eagles.
I'm going D for this one, but I want to see what the Eagles are. And they're next.
How convenient.
Yeah, that was a great
That's
segue.
tier.
I think I was gonna say, dude, this is one of the
The
best.
Eagles.
Yeah.
2018, we got the Eagles, 13-3, led by Carson Wentz.
fine.
Obviously, he
Yeah,
went.
MVP season
Fletcher
for
Cox.
Wentz before he
And
went
Nick
down.
Foles, the fact
Yeah,
that Nick Foles
but-
could just come in and win the Super Bowl against Tom Brady is, I mean, their roster as a whole was stacked.
I completely forgot they had
They didn't have any-
LeGarrette Blount on
They
their
didn't-
They
team.
never have any good running
I'm
back.
gonna say their main target at wide receiver was Josh Adams.
Who?
Josh Adams.
Who was
Oh, that's a running back.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
no.
sure, bro.
He was their main receiver. He had the most yards on their team that season for receiving.
No.
Yeah.
No shot.
That season?
Dude, they have Zach Ertz.
But they had Zach Ertz. This is whenever Alshon Jeffrey was doing well too, wasn't it?
He was
I don't think
okay.
he ever did that well.
Yeah, he never did that well, but Nelson Aguilar was a good target for them then.
For 1 year, probably.
Yeah.
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 That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, obviously they got it done, but I don't think this was
That's
that
just
great of a
Wentz
team.
was actually so good this year.
He was.
Crazy how he just fell off.
He only has-
I'm not gonna lie. I was definitely trolling whenever I said S.
okay, thank you. I was gonna say, you think?
Dang, this is the team I thought would be the worst.
I don't think they're
They
the
had
worst.
one of the best regular season records
I was gonna
compared
say,
to all
this-
these teams. You got to give them some respect just because it's the Eagles.
No, you're right.
The big reason why they were an underdog is because they're coming in with a backup quarterback in the Super Bowl game. That's why they really were an
Yeah.
underdog.
Mhm.
Right.
And they still put up. How many points did they put up? Like 40 something?
Yeah.
41 or something.
With a backup quarterback,
The-
that's insane.
The only reason they won was because Meek Mill just got out of prison and he was from Philadelphia.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
They did it for Meek.
They beat Tom Brady.
Yeah. No, I mean
That's what
you're
I'm
right.
saying.
With
I
his own move. Or was the Philly special first?
No,
No.
that wasn't his
Philly
move.
special was
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was all Philly.
But then Brady tried it.
I'm gonna give him a B.
I'll give him a B.
Can you go back to the tier list?
I was gonna say I don't think I can give him a B, man. I'm gonna say probably.
I'm pretty sure they were the number 1 seed in the NFC.
They were. They were.
I'm gonna give him a C. Man, I want to give him
I'm
a
just
B.
saying, don't sleep on it. Wait, why do you got Nick Foles rate? That's for that one. Okay, never mind. You had me confused. You have Wentz in the other picture.
Oh.
So I'm like, what's going on here?
Winston finish it off.
All right.
I'm going C. I am. I'm going
So
C.
wait, we have two season 2 Bs.
Yep.
Yeah,
We rock paper scissors it up.
that's messed up. Okay, well, are they better than the Rams? Yes.
No, I don't think they are. I think that Rams.
I
team would
think it's
smoke 'em.
close. I think it goes down to defense. Both their defenses were
Right.
really good.
Are we talking about these teams would play each other like
right now.
they had so much momentum in the playoffs?
You're right.
Like they
Mhm.
had so much building up.
Well, that was their whole underdog season, right? Because they wore the
Yeah.
dog masks and all
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
This is. I mean, imagine it was that Super Bowl Rams team and that Super Bowl Eagles team in the Super Bowl.
I actually don't know who would win that.
So I said that would be.
Eagles.
Huh?
Give me the Eagles.
See, that's the thing. You say you don't know who would win that. That's why I think they should both be in C.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
That
I like
persuaded me. I'll
Yeah.
put it in
C.
C.
Yes. Good one, TJ. Nice.
Dang. Yeah, no, it is close for sure. Dang, we don't have any A or S tier teams.
That's okay.
But we got the 2017 Patriots again. They
F
went
this one.
14
It's against the
and
Falcons.
2.
This
That
is
was the
another
Falcons one.
roster that was just
I don't know. You look at, I mean, Malcolm Butler,
Danny
Devin McCourty.
Amendola. Wow.
Yeah.
He was pretty good.
He
for
was
him.
good.
Oh, he
Hogan was
was.
good in this one
That's the
too.
Super Bowl Malcolm Butler actually played in.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a better team than
The other one.
The other
Oh,
team.
dude, 2017 always hits home to me as one of the worst NFL seasons in my existence.
Yeah, me too.
What happened?
This was the Steelers' like greatest offensive year of all time.
We had a chance for Steelers.
That was a
I know. That was
Dude,
awesome.
Yeah.
we left.
It was the greatest offense of all time that I've ever seen.
Then we taught Joe how to penny board in my road on my street.
Oh.
3Ds.
Yeah, that was it, dude. That was the Steelers' best offensive year of all time.
Yeah. The
D
Steelers didn't make this one.
D tier for this team.
Oh, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
pretty honest, I don't remember the Patriots too much in the regular season here, but 14-2 should speak for
They were
itself,
good.
right?
They were good.
Dang,
mean-
I feel like that's an A team right there.
I mean, this is
Jesse James
definitely-
caught that ball. You know what I'm saying?
Jesse
We
James
should have beat
caught
them.
that ball.
That's true.
This is that year.
That was his.
Oh, I was there too. That was BS. Anyway, sorry.
Nobody
So,
cares about you being at these games.
This is definitely prime Gronk. Probably.
They had
prime
Hogan, who torched the Steelers secondary.
That-
Hogan,
he had a
Yeah.
good
Hogan.
He did.
was
He had a whole
good.
good
He had a good,
postseason.
like-
Dude plays lacrosse at Penn State,
Yeah.
and he's out here doing this.
Yeah.
He's playing lacrosse for Penn State.
He
That's
was.
what-
He
that's
did.
what-
He
Yep.
did.
He was.
Well, whenever he went to Tennessee, trash.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
they make great players out
Tom
of
Brady, yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm saying it. I'm gonna say.
I'm going
A.
A.
I was
That's
gonna
where I'm
say
going.
Yep.
I don't
Hey,
want to.
I'd
Yeah.
say A.
Donta Hightower, McCourty, Butler, Shaq Mason.
They were just so balanced, you know.
this.
And you got Brady automatically. Whatever your
We got to
grade
put our personal feelings aside. This is a bitter one for me personally.
is, I'm gonna say, this is the one where he came back against the Falcons, and that
Yeah.
I don't know how he did that. I thought it was rigged.
I think it is rigged. It's still rigged.
The Jesse James catch was rigged.
That was rigged.
Everything's
That was
rigged. The NFL is rigged.
That was rigged. Yeah. Were you there?
It was-
That's
that was-
Calvin
that
Ridley.
was-
Were you at the Super Bowl too?
No, no, I'm just kidding.
This is an A team,
A.
Joe.
I really don't remember the
Really
regular
an
season that
A,
much. I hate to
though.
say it. That was like too long ago from my brain.
They were
to
probably.
recollect.
They were the number one.
I remember
seed,
bits and
I think.
parts.
I'm
Oh,
assuming.
they have to be
Yeah.
14-2. No shot
Yeah.
that any team beat them out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 14-2 is pretty good. Yeah, sure, I'll go A. I hate this season. I hate this team.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Alright.
Yeah, this was a season we kind of wiped from our memories a little bit.
Yeah.
As Steelers fans and as Falcons fans.
Yeah, you said as Steelers fans.
How
I
about
had that was the
how about
biggest
as a-
upset in
how about
history.
As a Panthers fan, TJ, did you wipe the season from your memory back in 2017?
I wasn't a Panthers fan back then.
Oh wow.
It's the one with Brady holding up the trophy.
All right.
Whoa.
That's a shame.
We're gonna
Yeah,
have to have one S tier team, right? I already know what it is.
you do.
Yeah, I know it too.
All right,
Oh yeah.
all right. Let's see if you and Joe have the same one. And me.
Yeah.
Wonder if
There's
you
no
have the
shot.
same
There's
one.
literally no shot.
2016, the Broncos.
This was completely defensive year.
Yep.
Yep.
Wasn't this whenever Peyton Manning fell off and
He
they
got carried.
him?
Because like
He
the,
got
the
carried.
year before, he had like 52 touchdown
Oh,
passes, and
yeah.
then this
Dude.
season he just completely
Dude,
just
I remember
fell
getting
off.
in an argument with a Ricky because I told him Peyton Manning was falling off, and he wouldn't believe me. He
You
fell off.
got an
but he
argument.
still-
Oh, Ricky. I thought you said a
I said
rookie.
he couldn't throw the ball downfield.
He
anymore.
couldn't.
He actually
No,
couldn't.
they offensively.
Hey, rest in peace to Demarius Thomas.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was on that
Great
team,
player.
and he was. No,
Hey,
he wasn't
who-
number one. I think
who
it was
was
number
the who was the white receiver? Eric Decker. Was it Eric Decker? Because they had three receivers. They had three receivers that were crazy.
I think it
together.
might have been. It might have been.
Demarius Sanders. I don't know if he was on the team this year. I don't know. It might have been the year before.
Who's that white boy out there?
No, he was sick though. He was definitely.
I remember
sick,
him
though.
on the Jets. I don't remember him on the
Who the heck
Broncos.
was it?
I don't
Wasn't
know.
it? Maybe it wasn't.
It
him.
might have been him, but I just don't remember him on the
Oh, it
Broncos.
had to have been Eric Decker. It had to have been. He was like he was sick with it, like alongside Demarius Thomas.
To
I don't
answer,
know.
to answer your previous question, this was a rough year to be a Panthers fan.
Really? What happened?
They were
They
15-1 and they lost.
They lost.
Who's that one lost to in the
Huh?
regular season? The Falcons.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
What are you looking at that for?
It looks dark as
so
heck.
dark.
Yeah.
How you doing? What is that? Did somebody turn the lights off?
Did it always do that, or what? Were you just?
Is it focused on the TV, maybe? Sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, now we're back.
All
Sorry,
right.
kid.
This team, yeah, defensive, absolutely. This was the Super Bowl. Was like what? The first play was a safety, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I thought this was
All
it.
right,
No,
I
was
think
that?
I'm
That was the Seahawks.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
This might be the worst team.
Oh,
It was bad. It was all defense. It was all defense. There
Which-
was
but
no
defense is important.
offense.
Defense is important.
It is, but if
Wait,
we're looking at
who do we have as the worst right now?
Good with you?
Not Eagles. We have one of the Patriots
I think
teams.
it's the
it was the Rams, wasn't it?
No,
Or no, the
no,
Patriots.
It was the Patriots.
It was Patriots.
Yeah, I have this as the worst team.
I don't. I think it's a C.
Oh, this is like DeMarcus Ware's a really good year though.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
trying to think of the regular season.
Von Miller was an animal in this.
I think he won defense. Was this when he won defense? He won defensive player of the year,
I
didn't
think
he?
he might have.
Yeah. He was the MVP for that game.
What
Yeah.
too,
position
right?
was Brandon Marshall?
Receiver.
Wrong. Middle linebacker. Sorry, I just had to do that. Middle linebacker. Brandon Marshall.
Where'd that come from?
All right.
Man, I'm trying to think of this sport. I don't think this is.
I don't think
Dude,
it
how
is.
can you trust Peyton Manning's decrepit arm?
No,
Yeah,
you're
it
right,
was
but they
bad.
didn't need to. That's the thing. That defense was so dominant.
It was like this is his last
Like
farewell.
the Panthers couldn't do anything in that game,
Were they, I,
and they were 15-1.
Are they more dominant than the Bucks versus the Chiefs? That was
What?
dominant. The
Bucks-
Bucks, the
Yeah,
Buccaneers,
but
whenever
the-
they won versus the Chiefs.
But the Chiefs didn't have an offensive line.
no, this game.
The
was,
Panthers
or
had a
no,
healthy
they
team.
can't. The Panthers only had
Seattle
Cam
game.
Newton though.
No, not really. No. I mean
No.
he was a big part
Who
of
else did
it.
They have.
I'm trying to think what the receivers were. Bro, they went 15.
Let's ask the
they went
Panthers
15.
fan. Let's
yeah,
ask the
true.
fan. Who else did they have?
He's on your desk,
Luke
dude.
Kuechly.
Josh Norman, bro.
Who did they have? C.J.
Yeah.
Anderson running the ball? Oh no.
No.
Oh wow. I think he's gonna draft. Wow.
I would say they were
There you go.
15-1. That's they almost went undefeated too.
Insane.
Like I don't know. That's just to put them in D. Yeah, they weren't the most
Nah, this is
complete
the worst
team.
team for me.
I say
Wow.
C still.
Nah, this is the second worst team, but they're both D. They're both D.
I kind of agree with that. I don't think they're worse than the Patriots team.
Lions fans are saying
Really?
that.
I don't think they're as good as the Rams. And I don't think they're as good as the who else did we just put there? The Eagles.
Bless you.
Man, but if they played, it'd be if they played the Rams, it'd be Von Miller versus Von Miller. Dang, I don't know.
Both of his primes.
I feel like that team, their defense would beat.
I'm gonna go D, but it's above the Patriots still. Patriots are still the worst one in my opinion.
I'll agree.
No, yeah, sure, D. Yeah, I'm looking at these other ones. If
I
there's
see
that.
Yeah.
C, but yeah, all
You feel
right.
bad.
Default's a
Did
D.
you say
Huh?
you feel bad, Joe?
No.
Oh.
It's just tough putting Peyton Manning, even though this wasn't his greatest year, in D list. But then Tom Brady's also
Hey,
in
Steelers
D
should've
list.
beat them in the
so-
playoffs. Never forget that game. All right.
Wait, why are the Steelers on this list?
Shut up, Tom. Why would you even want to make that type of joke?
Up next, we got 2015, another freaking Patriots team. See why we don't like the Patriots?
Are we talking Seattle
Brady?
Seahawks here?
Yeah.
This second?
Yeah.
With
This is
Malcolm
Seahawks
Butler?
game.
This is the interception at the end of the game.
Yep.
Here's
Yeah, that
another-
is-
Here's another gift wrapped Super Bowl for Tom Brady. But,
Yep.
Um,
Julian Edelman, LeGarrette Blunt, Jamie Collins, Terrell Revis.
I love
Revis?
Revis, man. I
Revis
love
Island.
him. One of the best corners I ever watched. Maybe the best corner I've ever watched.
Man, I feel like
Besides Jalen Ramsey, maybe.
this team
he's
might have been
freaking
worse
good.
than
What about
they
Richard Sherman?
Huh?
What about Richard Sherman?
His shelf life was short,
It was.
in my opinion.
It was.
But it was fun while
It was
it was
fun.
there.
Oh, it was fun while it
What
lasted.
Ike
Yeah.
Taylor?
Ike Taylor was great. If he could catch the ball, he'd probably be a Hall of Famer if he could catch the ball, to be honest.
I give this team like a. Man, I feel like this team's a D.
Would they always make the
12 and
joke?
4. What's
That's
that?
why he's on defense or whatever.
That's why
Isn't that the
he's on
joke they
defense.
always made?
That's why he doesn't play wide receiver.
Yeah, that's why I play defense.
Forehead was too big. Anyway. No, they weren't. This isn't the
They beat
worst
the
team.
Legion of Boom, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got Tom Brady again. They got Gronk again. I mean, we see the story here. It's the same players.
It
They
is.
keep the same players around
Yeah.
the same vets.
Yeah.
That seems to work a little bit. Maybe we're deciphering something here.
Don't
keep
trade.
the same vets.
No,
on
they
the
kept
team.
Tom Brady.
And
Huh?
That's
Gronk.
what they did. They kept Tom Brady. That's what they did.
Yeah, I forgot
Julian
Well,
Edelman
they
was
also
saying.
kept Gronk
And Tom Brady.
What about Julian Edelman?
and Edelman.
And
LeGarrette
Tom Brady.
Blunt.
Okay, yeah, they kept Tom Brady. But come on now.
I forgot to mark Bill
Dang,
Belichick.
does
as a player.
LeGarrette Blunt have 2 Super Bowls?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Dude, he's a freaking
Darrell
Did he have-
Revis
oh,
was.
wow.
I don't know if this was the year. Did they trade for Darrell Revis? I think they might have traded for Darrell Revis. One of the or did they pick him up? I forget. I don't know.
He
I
won.
love
He
Darrell
won a
It was
chip.
at the
with
end
him.
of his career. So.
He was so good though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I'm going C for this one.
C,
I am.
D. I say D.
C.
Sure.
No,
C.
not a D.
It's
It's not D.
It's not
It's
the
not
worst.
D. It's not
I
D.
don't know.
Not
It's
even
not the
close. It's
worst.
either a
but
B
I
or
don't
a
see them
C.
Yeah.
beating the
C.
Broncos.
You said you don't see him beating the Broncos
No.
with Peyton Manning's arm?
I mean, maybe I do, but that's another reason. I don't know who would win. It would be D.
I want to say B for this one, but it's gonna be C anyways. I guess.
Yeah, it's default to C.
We could change it down. We'll talk about it.
Now we got 2014 Legion of Boom, baby.
Yes, this was a team
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Doug
Offense,
Baldwin,
defense, all around.
They could do whatever they wanted.
Marshawn Lynch, baby Skittles.
Yes.
I
They-
put him on there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he was a beast. He got that kick return.
Yeah. I mean, look at like every name on this list is like
Insane.
And they won.
insane,
prime,
insane,
too.
insane.
And this was the Super Bowl was freaking Peyton Manning's like best year of 52 touchdown passes, and Seattle said nope, done.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad this is a consensus.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a
great.
good one.
This
was a good team.
This was a good
Yeah.
That's
Good
a
team.
good
How did they fall
team.
off after that? Oh, I guess they
They
went back
didn't. They
next
went to the
year and
Super
they
Bowl.
Well,
lost.
another thing is once all these players get good and they need their new contract, you
Yep.
gotta pay them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that happened.
Yep. And look at all those players you had to pay.
Yeah, it's too much.
Okay, we got the last one. That one is S tier, by the way. We just didn't get back to it.
This is
Yeah.
A tier.
This
Joe
2013
18.
Ravens.
this was
Or
a
S.
team that Joe Flacco was always a good playoff quarterback. I mean, he did really well in the playoffs.
Dude, they have.
They beat the remember that Broncos game?
Whenever-
oh my goodness.
Whenever I remember this, like I mostly remember just defense again though.
Ray
no,
Lewis.
Like, Ray
they had
Lewis
the
is so
defense.
Stewart.
They
Terrell
had, their
Suggs.
offense was okay.
This is Ray Rice before the incident.
That's true. That is true.
he was pretty good. Before
Yeah, he
messed
was.
up.
Anquan Bolden was a really good receiver
Yeah,
for
I
them
love
too.
Anquan
Yeah.
Bolden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had that deep catch against the Broncos in the playoffs to win that game.
I know they're 10 and
He-
6.
Dude, the only
They
thing
were good. They were a good team.
They were like this. I actually do have a decent amount of memories from this, but the one memory that sticks with me is whenever like Ray Lewis came in the playoffs and he had that like all blacked out visor
Yeah.
and like the crazy face mask that just looks so mean. I don't know, whatever reason, that's like the one thing that stuck with me.
Man, this was. Yeah, this is.
This is an A tier to me.
Didn't they
This is a
beat us
good
in the
team.
playoffs?
This is a good team actually.
Probably. I think in the wild
I was
card.
gonna say, wasn't it a wild card game? They just
I
absolutely.
think they beat the
ripped
Broncos.
us?
I think they beat the Patriots too in the AFC Championship. Like they were a good team.
Yeah,
And then
it's
John
so
beat
weird.
his brother. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Slap them around, right?
Who?
John beat Jim. Says John beat Jim.
Yeah, he beat him around and came down to the last
John
play of the
beat Jim?
game.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
John beat Jim.
It's so weird because they have the worst record out of any other team, 10-6.
Yeah, they turned it on in the playoffs, dude. I don't know.
What's in the B?
They were
tier
pretty
list?
balanced.
Yeah,
What was
that's-
B.
This is a tough one, honestly, because like
I hate the Ravens.
hate the Ravens, hate the Patriots, and look, no Steelers on this list. You know.
Why don't keep
Why did you bring it up, TJ? What the heck?
Man.
Oh man. I see the Ravens kind of where I see the Chiefs.
Oh, but okay. I
What?
already know which one I'm changing already. Yeah, that Chiefs one should be an A tier at this
That's
point.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That Chiefs needs to move up.
I
Can we do
kind
that
of want
Chiefs
to
up there?
swap them. I kind of want to put Chiefs in A and Ravens in B.
Yeah, honestly,
That's messed
I'm
up.
fine with that.
I like
Ravens
that.
in S tier.
What?
Let's put Ravens in S tier.
Why?
Ravens are
Because they had
beating
Ray
me.
Lewis and Ed Reed.
Yeah. Okay. Two great players.
Some people
But-
say possibly the best safety of all time and the best middle linebacker of all time.
he's the second best safety of all time.
Behind who? Ronnie Lott.
Yeah.
See this guy right here?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
disrespectful.
Man, that is.
Move to Cleveland, dude.
No,
oh
he's a
my
Ravens
God.
fan.
Nothing to do with Cleveland.
He's more of a
Move to Cleveland.
No, he's more of a Ravens fan than he is a Browns fan. He needs to go to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Sure, you could say that.
Go to Maryland.
Used to be.
Yeah, you still are. Shut up. All right.
I think B. I'm going B is
I'm
my
going B
final.
also.
I'll say S to bump it up to A for everybody.
Well, if Joe goes B, then it's B.
All right, we'll go B.
Nice.
And then I
That's
vote.
because they're all salty
Dog,
Steelers fans.
they're not S tier. They're
You're
not.
a Steelers fan.
They're not S tier.
Yeah,
They
but
are
I'm not salty though.
I could argue
like
A. Listen, I could argue A, but I'm looking at that Patriots and those Chiefs team, and I don't think they're as good as the Joe Flacco-led Ravens.
It's called the Ray Lewis Red Raven.
Okay. Is that what they're called?
All right, so that's our final list from the top 10. Let's talk about ones we want to move up, move
Yeah.
down.
Well, we already are
I-
about to move on the Chiefs to A, right?
Honestly, me personally,
I vote Chiefs go up.
that's the only one I want to change. Is I'll put the
Move them
Chiefs up.
suckers up. Move them suckers up.
That's a unanimous vote right there.
Is there anything else?
Oh man, I would also consider the Bucks moving up
Hmm.
To S tier.
to
Or to A tier,
To
okay.
A tier. The B tiered Bucks to A tier.
No, because
What's your argument?
regular season? I just don't think it was an A tier.
Well, this is the first year that Tom Brady came there, and we all knew that it was going to take some time. We could keep it to B.
All right, cool. I don't really
No
necessarily.
argument just
I
got
don't think
cut.
anything should move
I was gonna say,
down.
I'm kind of chill. I'm chilling with the rest of
I
them.
like this.
that.
I actually
zoom in
think
a little bit. Can you zoom in anymore or
I feel
no?
like we did pretty good.
I was just say for how tough this was, I think we actually put a really good list together.
Gonna say.
There's
Let us-
gonna be angry people.
Right.
There's
there
gonna
are.
be angry people that are C down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's gonna be a lot of Patriot fans that are like, put them on S.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about our list right here, and let us know your list down in the comments. I mean, I feel like we did a pretty good job.
I got to be real with you. I think the people that are going to be most upset are going to be Broncos fans, just because of how dominant that win was. Even though
You guys know.
they didn't do it, but yeah, I think that's the people that are going to be vocal.
They should just be happy they won. You know.
Yeah,
True.
that's what I'm saying.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Let
I
us
think
know.
I think the most mad is gonna be Rams. That's in C too.
Yeah, well, I mean that's.
Super Bowl.
Deal with it. You know.
Let us know down below what other tier list we should do. This was recommended during one of our call-in calls. Somebody recommended we do this,
Oh, that's
so
sick.
let us know. Also, join our call-in calls. We do it once a week,
Twice a
twice
week.
a week, sometimes twice.
Most of the time, twice.
Also, don't forget to submit video questions. We're going to be answering them live here, right here. Make sure you send it to the email. It's in the description.
Make sure it's a video. You have all been sending them just text. That
That
ain't
doesn't
gonna
count.
fly. That ain't
Yeah,
gonna
it has to
fly.
be a
Has to be
video.
video, or it could even be
Or
audio.
audio
if you really
message.
need to, but
Yeah.
no, not just text.
Just send
Not
us.
just text. At
Listen.
that point, you might as well just make a comment in the video. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we want to put you guys in the video. We want your voice to be heard. We want your face to be seen if that's what you want.
Yes,
Do
sir.
it.
But yeah,
Do it.
we'll catch you guys in the next tier list, next video. Make sure to subscribe.
Bye.